everybody, and welcome to Raising Vibrations with myself, Simon. Today we're going to be continuing with the Moon Sign series and actually completing it. We're finally got to Pisces, and so I really hope that you enjoyed this video series and it brought you a sense of awareness regarding this placement, okay? Great. So what are we looking at here when we are dealing with Moon in Pisces? Now, before I go ahead and jump into that experience, please check out the introduction video, and there'll be a card that will come up now and we'll just let you know, or send you directly to that place, okay? Great. So this applies to you if you've got Moon in the 12th house, if you've got Moon in Pisces, or if you have Moon conjunct Neptune or Moon opposed Neptune, okay? So the most important thing to recognize with the Moon, of course, as an archetype is to create internal security. And if you have the Moon in Pisces, or if you have the Pisces archetype, this is the creation of everything and nothing. This is how things surrender and return to the source, and this is how we dissolve everything. So one of the major things that can be associated with this placement is your actual internal security is linked with everything dissolving in the moment, okay? Everything's ending in that moment, and it can feel very scary because it's this consistent process of going with the flow and having to develop this sense of going with the flow process. Now, as you attach yourself to this self-identity of going with the flow and being extremely sensitive and extremely compassionate and a type of a savior complex and wanting to devote your entire life to love and service, etc., there is this essence of creating illusion and creating basically illusions. And with the Moon in Pisces, what's basically happening is that you need to kind of realign your sense of security with your spiritual needs, okay? You need to realign your sense of security and identity with a transcendental philosophy or belief system that allows you to deal with these moments where you're going to have reality show up in your face and go, what you perceived it to be wasn't really the case, it was something else. And you're learning how to navigate yourself in a very fluid way through all these illusions and to be able to be very grounded and in yourself. Part of this process with Moon in Pisces, Neptune, 12th house, is learning how to be able to let go and dissolve and internalize deep emotional security patterns that can only be supported and found from within. And this is a very, very difficult thing because we externalize our security in other people and other things. And then when they get taken away, we experience that kind of loss. So you're learning how to be able to really recognize that the source of your security can only be found from within, and to create an emotional identity and self in alignment with what that looks like, what that internal security looks like, so that you can feel safe amongst this feeling of openness and the abyss and the sense of everything and nothing being existing at the same time. Now, one of the really interesting things about this placement is that you can actually have this relationship to your environment where you don't know where other people end and you begin, because everything is merged together in this very sort of unity, oneness approach. And that's what you do have as an ability. You're trying to transition through the past and the future through doing two things. You're trying to culminate and dissolve an entire pattern of security patterns that have come before to create a new change. You're learning to be able to create a deep sense of self-love and self-acceptance and self-forgiveness. And you're learning how to be able to stay in the physical relative to experiences that might detach you from your physical environment relative to pain, okay? That's something that's really, really interesting about this placement. A lot of the times when something is not idealistic, we detach from the experience because that is too difficult to handle. So with this placement, you're learning really how to be able to stay in and deal with the physical, even though it might seem as if it's painful in that sense. Okay? Fantastic, guys. I hope this video gave you a sense of understanding and awareness around it. If you're wanting to know more about this placement, please click on the link over here and it will send you straight to an article. If you want to book a reading with myself, please check out a link that will now arrive. And finally, hit the like and subscribe button and share it with anybody that you thought was valuable, and write some of your feedback in the comments below. Okay? Right, guys. Have a take care. Bye-bye.